Alright, hi, I am Julian Summers. I am doing my presentation on yoga and how it is useful for, reducing stress in a more physical context. So, we're going to start with why people do yoga in the first place. So, yoga is almost 3,000 years old. It comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means union or join. So, the actual idea of yoga originates from Indian philosophies, with the modern idea of yoga being described in Yoga Sutras by Patanjali, which is seen as the first authoritative text on yoga. Now, we often see yoga as just the physical part, but Patanjali actually describes 196 total sutras, and only 3 of them actually mentions the physical part of yoga, which is called asana. There's also the breathing part of yoga, which is called pranayama. I probably pronounced that terribly. And there are also numerous different schools of yoga which focus on the different aspects, which include Iyengar, Vinaya, Sivanandra, and more. So, and originally the goal of yoga was to lead to a sort of enlightenment called Ashtanga. So it originated in the East and then spread west, more of the asana portion and less of the more philosophical portion, because it's a very useful way to increase your physical strength, flexibility, and your own awareness of your own body, and even improving your self-image. And it's become even more popular in the West as a form of contemporary and alternative medicine, as a sort of supplement to more I won't say traditional because that means a different thing, but to more scientific forms of medicine, such as medication and surgery. So it's both has a philosophical and physical angle, and it's originally supposed to be focused on more of the self-centering and the reuniting oneself with their body. So this is some statistical analysis of the practice of yoga, surveyed from those who participated in yoga in a study to see the physical and mental benefits that people associate with performing yoga. So first of all, it went from 13.2% in 2014 of people in the US performing yoga, self-reporting to have reported yoga, to 14.5% in 2017, which is not the kind of increase that we would like to see in people performing yoga in the West. But for those that do perform yoga, they have reported many different benefits to doing yoga. 88.1% reported an increase in flexibility and balance. 85.3% reported decreased stress and promoted relaxation, which is really what we're trying to focus on in this presentation. And 63.3% reported an improved overall quality of life. They were feeling happier, they were feeling better, they had less stress and anxiety in general. So it was even without the specifics of the physical, they felt better about themselves and about their lives. And 54.5% reported improved immune systems, which is less disease. They get sick less. They have less reactions to allergens. There's many more, such as 58.5% reporting loss of body weight or maintaining body weight. There were also decreased symptoms of depression, with 6.8%, 8.2% saying helping to quit drugs, improve breathing, decrease cholesterol, maintaining blood pressure, improving digestion, reducing anxiety is big, 29.1%, enhancing focus, body strength and posture and immunity. And then there's also the big ones down here of decreasing stress and improving flexibility, which I already mentioned. Now, of course, there are others, things that aren't right, but they're very small, which is problems with yoga, which is very small percentage, 0.8 and 2.8 reporting actual health problems with it, and 9% saying minor health problems. But most of it is it's taking long and it's difficult to choose the right poses for yourself. And of course, there are reasons people don't do it. But for the people that do it, it has overwhelmingly positive effects, both physically and mentally. So here are just some of the benefits that are recorded for stress relief. There's lowering blood sugar, which can be very useful for diabetics who have high blood sugar. I believe that is type 2. It's one of the types where you have the one where you have decreased insulin and have increased blood sugar, so it helps lower your blood sugar. It improves your lipid profiles, which can improve with general body functions. It promotes relaxation, so it makes you, in the moment, it makes you feel calmer and more one with yourself. You understand yourself a bit better. It improves your ability to focus, so you're able to do tasks more. You're able to focus on a task more. You're able to focus on schoolwork or projects at work. It also helps you to just do what you want to do. It also interrupts the fight or flight stress response. So, and that's the stress response we all know when we're in stressful situations, we go into fight or flight, which is we either want to fight what is causing it or want to run away. But doing yoga can help inhibit that reaction, so you're able to more clearly think about what's the situation you're going into, instead of just instantly resorting to punching it in the face or running as far away as possible, which can help you form a more conclusive, logical idea of what you want to do instead of an emotional one. Now, there is improves general mood, which is a more nebulous idea, but people generally reported feeling happier, less depressed, and having more energy and feeling better in general than they did before they were doing yoga. There's also that it improves your sleep schedule, which is vital for stress management, in that sleeping helps you, organize your thoughts and helps your brain recover from the day. So being able to improve your sleep cycle, being able to sleep more consistently, being able to get good quality sleep is very important, and yoga can help improve your sleep. So it's one of the many reasons to do it. It also reduces your aches and pains. So yoga, it's stretching your muscles. So when on your regular day, you might be overusing your muscles, which causes the aches and pains you might associate with exercise or even just walking your dog or something. And it helps reduce those by stretching your muscles in ways they might not normally when you're just walking or sitting. And it can very much help you feel less overall pain in your day-to-day life. It also lowers your blood pressure, which can also be important for diabetics or those with heart problems who have high blood pressure, and also anxiety disorders, where one of the main, it's both kind of a symptom and a cause of anxiety of high blood pressure, where high blood pressure both makes you feel worse, it makes you more anxious, it makes you have more adrenaline in general. So lowering your blood pressure makes you calmer and more logical. It's similar to the interrupting the fight or flight response. It just, in general, allows you to make more logical choices with your actions, and also decreasing general feelings of anxiety and depression and other conditions that are associated with high blood pressure, including physical heart conditions and a susceptibility to heart attacks. So here's the handout that I made. You can see those cardiovascular benefits, which is excess blood sugar, lipid balancing, which is very helpful for diabetics, those with heart problems, genetic heart problems. There's decreasing of anxiety, which is useful for those with anxiety and mood disorders, and decreasing this anxiety can be very vital also to, say, improving your sleep, which is why yoga helps to improve sleep scheduling and even can help improve eating habits, because those who have anxiety around eating, such as those with eating disorders, can have less anxiety about the things that they're eating so they can have a healthier diet. It reduces chronic stress, which can strengthen the immune system. So it decreases the amount of diseases you're getting. It decreases the amount of times you're getting sick. Your immune system is also what is responding to allergens. So it can affect how you're responding to allergens, likely decreasing the effects of allergens, which can be very helpful for those who have severe allergies. There's also reducing the symptoms of PTSD, which is another anxiety mood disorder where it can very much help you cope with some kind of trauma. But being able to sit and focus and relax, you can more easily consider your trauma without all the anxiety that is mixed up in it. There's also promoting relaxation, which ties into everything. And when you're relaxed, you aren't feeling stressed. You're more likely to think rationally. You can actually address some of the things that you've been feeling. And then there's interrupts the stress response, which we talked about earlier, in that it disrupts your fight or flight response and allows you to think logically about a situation before you actually address it. And here are the sources that I used for this presentation. I used 4 of them. They're .gov and .edu links, so hopefully they're pretty legit. And that's about the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something new about yoga, even if it's just some of the history things and less the health benefits. But it's a very productive thing for you to do with your time if you're feeling stressed out. It can help with your general exercise. Yoga can work as very well as warm-ups and cool-downs for exercise programs. And it's a very general physical and mental health booster. It can function very well to make you feel better in general. So thanks for listening.